Okay, it is Thursday, the 19th of December. Head off on the Around Australia trip on the 27th of December. So I'm taking the bike over to the service department this morning just to get a final service done on it before we head off. After this, you'll basically run home, load it up, and then basically packed away for the trip. Nice cool change in Perth today. It's going to be about 27 degrees. We've been having mid to high 30s, low 40s the last week. So it is quite nice just to have slightly lower temperatures. Pretty much got everything on board, ready for the trip, as I say. Well, we're ready to load up. It's not on board the bike's stripped there at the moment. Just the bike itself. The only thing that I have got on the bike at the moment is the rear microphone. Other than that, all the boxes, all the gear has been taken off, and of course the phone holder and that is there. But other than that, everything's gone. As I said before, there's going to be a few changes in the route due to bushfires and that, but I won't finalise that until next week. The closer I can get to the trip. Prior to finalising it, the better idea I'll have of road closures, etc. due to the fires. It'll be interesting to see how much devastation we actually go past on the way over there. Try going live the other night. I hooked up and put it up as a live stream, but for some reason it didn't come through, so just doing a bit more research on that, I think, because I haven't got the numbers of subscribers at this stage. You do need to supposedly have 1,000 subscribers before you can live stream mobile. So unfortunately I'm not going to have that in the time for the trip unless I can get another 969 subscribers in the next week. That isn't going to be happening. So if you want, subscribe to the channel and reduce it to 968, 967, 966 and get it down and get that to 1,000, as I say. The main reason I'm doing this YouTube channel is so that the kids and the wife and that can have a look, see where I am, what I've done, etc. while I'm away, and down the track the kids will have a bit of a record of it rather than just a few photographs. I just thought this will be a little bit different, so I was hoping to put a live stream up for them on different parts of the trip when I'm going around, but alas, that's not going to happen. Yes, as I said, it's the idea behind going on the YouTube was to actually just put a bit of a few videos up for the wife and kids, etc., so that when I do this Around Australia trip, there will be, rather than just a few photos and that to look back on, the kids can actually have a look and see where I rode, etc. Things that I come across, bits and pieces like that. So I was hoping to get some live streaming done, but without getting to 1,000 subscribers, which I didn't realise till 2 days ago, that's not going to be possible. But that's alright. As I say, it'll still be on YouTube, they can still look at it. But disappointing all in all, but nah, that's alright, it's all good, it's all good. Can still live stream from the mobile, so when I pull over and I'm off the bike, I can live stream from that through it all. The trip that I'm doing, once again I'll just go over it one last time. It's basically heading off from Perth, winding up through Coolgardie, back down to Norseman, and then out to Fraser Range Station, staying there the night. Before heading across the Nullarbor, across the border and then across the Nullarbor, and camping at the other end of the Nullarbor. From there I will be headed through to Adelaide, and then up through the Adelaide Hills, doing a couple of runs up that way with nice twisty roads, etc. Some good scenery hopefully, depending on well, not pending, there shouldn't be too many bushfires over in Adelaide. I think it's mainly Queensland, New South Wales. And then basically from the Adelaide Hills I will duck back down to the coast and be doing the Great Ocean Road. From the Great Ocean Road I'll wind my way up through Geelong, up towards Mount Kosciuszko, staying up there the night, and then from there basically up through the snowy mountains past Canberra, weaving my way right up through the mountains to Brisbane. From Brisbane continue up the coast to Hervey Bay and Townsville and Cairns, before sort of ducking back across the centre to Alice Springs, Uluru obviously, and then down to Coober Pedy, before heading back down towards Port Augusta and heading back across the Nullarbor and home. It works out it'll be about 16,000 kilometres over 24 days. And as I say, the route will vary a little bit from what I'd originally planned, just due to the bushfires in New South Wales and Queensland. So, as I say, I'll wait and finalise that next week. So don't forget, please subscribe to the channel and have a look at the vids and that I put up. And as I say, get a hell of a lot of subscribers, I can actually live stream. I doubt I'll get that many subscribers in a week. In fact, I'm 99.99% sure I won't, but if you can help out and subscribe and try and get me up to that 1,000 so I can live stream to the kids as I'm riding, please do help out. It's only sort of until the end of January. Channel will be staying up after that, but well, we'll be doing more on it, more sort of the test rides and bits and pieces, which I quite enjoy doing. So basically the bike gets serviced this morning, as I say, then it's parked up for a week. Pick it up Saturday morning, put it back in the workshop, and it will stay there until Friday the 27th of December, where I'll be headed off from there, as I say, right across Australia, and I've got a service booked in at Cairns as well. Whilst in Cairns I'll be looking at doing a dive on the Great Barrier Reef, although once again I'm not 100% sure, because with the road changes and that, it's sort of just really thrown a few spanners into the works. A lot of road closures due to the bushfires in Australia, but hopefully we'll get enough time to do the dive on the Great Barrier Reef. Hoping also to go out up to the top of Mount Kosciuszko, Uluru, as I say, I'm not allowed to ban climbing the Uluru at the moment, so I won't be climbing that, but probably do a walk around it. And there's other activities, as I say, that I will be doing. Great Ocean Road's always a good spot. It's one of the best roads in Australia for riding. Unfortunately, I won't get a chance to go on the Oxley Highway between Walter and Walchope, because that is part of the area that has been affected by bushfire, and the Oxley Highway in that area has been closed for 2 months for repairs. So as I say, I will have to detour around as I'm headed up, so I might lose a bit of time. I was doing, as I say, 16,000 kilometres in 24 days. It might end up a few more kilometres than that with the road closures, etc. But we'll just play it by ear. Fairly self-sufficient on the bike. I've got plenty of liquids. I've got all my charging bits and pieces. I've got my laptop. I've got all that sort of stuff ready to go. So, and as I say, I will be trying to put a post up each night when I camp for the night. This will be the longest road trip that I've done on a bike. Prior to this was Phillip Island and back at the start of this year. That was the longest one I'd done previously, so, and that was about 9,000, or just under the 10,000 k's in 17 days. We did stop in Fraser Island for 3 days on that trip to watch the Australian Classic. As I say, this one is a bit longer, slightly longer duration. All going according to plan. Should be okay. Just run through a little bit of the gear that I've got. I've obviously got a spare pair of jeans, t-shirts, clothes in general. I have my wet weather gear, first aid kit. I do have an e-perd which I will be taking with me in case there's an emergency. That's actually kept in my jacket pocket. Yep, still there, just making sure I've still got that. Some cooking utensils, toiletries, sleeping gear. I'm not sure, probably won't worry about putting a chair on. I'll probably regret that. But I figure most of the time I'll be sitting on the bike anyway, so when I stop I won't really want to be sitting down. Probably just lay down and stuff around on the laptop, trying to get a few images and videos, etc. And then I of course have a basic toolkit, puncture repair kit, a battery pump for the tyres, just for when I go off-road, if I decrease the tyre pressures, just so I can pump them up. Duct tape, ratchet ties obviously, which is a couple of things that you'd never know. Very handy to have duct tape especially. Yeah, basically phones, cameras, bits and pieces like that. There's probably a hell of a lot more that I haven't listed. I'm just trying to remember what's actually in the boxes as I'm riding along. I have got a list at home, obviously a spare pair of shoes, a pair of thongs or slides to put on in the evenings, washing powders so that I don't have to worry about trying to find washing powder when I get to an area where there's a washing machine. I can just pull up, throw it in, throw the laundry detergent in, and away you go. I'll be carrying a bit of water on board. Each day or each night I'll be loading up the esky with ice and drinks and that for the following day. I do tend to carry a lot of fruit each day. That's my snacks when I pull over during the day. Yeah, so all in all it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. So Friday the 27th of December is the day I'm headed off. Should be headed off around about 6 AM hopefully. Get up to Merredin, just past Merredin by about lunchtime. Probably stop at Merredin for lunch. Last time I rode to Kalgoorlie, I stopped at Southern Cross for lunch, so we might change that up a little bit. And then I'll wander down to Norseman and then out to Fraser Range Station, hopefully getting there by about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Relax and settle down, depending on what the internet service is like. Get the first video up. As I say, we'll be trying to put one up each day, but it's just going to depend on the Wi-Fi etc. that's available. I do have 20 gigs of data on my phone which I can use, but that'll probably be eaten up fairly quickly. The other thing I have is jumper cables, and that's actually like a power bank style jump starter that I carry with me. Once again, I haven't had to use it as yet, but it's there in case of emergency. There should be some awesome scenery on the way over. There's a couple of waterfalls that I will be going past. There's, as I say, the Great Ocean Road. There's a few bits and pieces to see down there. So all in all, it should be pretty good. So I'm not out to bust any world speed records or anything like that when I'm travelling over or around the eastern states or back. It's just basically for the enjoyment of riding and have a bit of a look around. So, the longest day I do is about 1100 kilometres in the day, which is coming from Townsville back over to Mount Isa. There are a few 800 and 900 kilometre days, but they're not a drama. As I say, it's only that really. I think there's one day that's over 1000, then maybe two. But yeah, other than that, it should be fairly steady a lot of the days when I'm around Kosciuszko and places like that. I'm only doing like 200 to 400 kilometres, basically riding for 4 or 5 hours during the day maximum. The rest of the time will be sightseeing and getting a bit of footage and a few photos and bits and pieces. So I should have plenty of time. So once again, it just depends on road closures and how far I've got to detour out of my way to get back onto route, sort of thing. So that will be the killer. Nice strong odour from the Swan River this morning. Obviously the tide's coming in, pushing all the crap up to this end. tomorrow, so as I say, Monday I'm actually hoping to get out and do some test rides, a couple of Harleys, maybe a couple of Triumphs, maybe an Indian, don't know yet, it's just play it by ear, depending on what the wife wants to do. We do have Christmas Eve over at my place, so the wife has got a number of things she would like me to do prior to that, so I'll be trying to get most of that done over the weekend, so I do have Monday free just to go test riding a few bikes and recording a few videos, the thoughts on them, how they handle, etc, etc, so be sure to check those out in the meantime. So it's not locked in for certain, but as long as I get everything done that I need to, shouldn't be a problem. Probably the downside having all these road closures and that is that I've pretty much worked out where I'm going to be each night. I have accommodation and that. We're required to do the washing, have shower, all that sort of stuff. So I've pretty much got to stick to routes, so that's the reason. If it wasn't for that, the road closures and that wouldn't worry me, because I'd just pull up wherever I wanted to be at the end of the day. But having booked accommodation and paid for it and that, as I say, it's I don't really want to throw my whole trip out of whack and lose all that cash that I paid for accommodation. Yeah, a few of them are refundable, but you know, it's probably $1,000 worth or more that's not refundable. Oh, probably not that much actually, probably about $500 or $600. And I just figure I paid for it, so I may as well use it. But it doesn't work out possible, I might miss one or two of them, but as I say, they are booked, so if I can get to them I will. Up on Saturday when I bring the girl home, so she's ready to go. Service station just up around the corner from our place. If I fill up there, I'll start with very much a full tank on the Friday morning, the 27th. My bike's over to Rick Gill's. It's a little bit out of the way for servicing, but they've always done a good job by me and I've had good service, so I stick to them. The only one that I've had serviced elsewhere was the TGB 101S. I had that service at Kennington Motorcycles because they specialise in the TGBs. That was a little 50cc scooter, which we actually brought so I could teach my son how to ride. When he got his moped licence, he got a little Piaggio Zip and I got a TGB 101S. Both look awesome little bikes. Yeah, very happy with the both of them. TGB 101S, they're basically bulletproof. And same with the Piaggio Zips, they're actually a Vespa Piaggio. Cheaper version of the Vespas, I assume, but same thing, never had any problems whatsoever with that. Had them both for a couple of years. I think the Piaggio, after 2 years or thereabouts, just over, we lost about $100 on that, and the other one we lost about $300 on, so that's not bad. Over a couple of years, quite happy to do that. We'll try and get all the bikes out over the next week. they all have a run before I go away, because I can't see the wife riding too many of them while I'm away. So I just like to make sure they all get a decent run from time to time. So you should see all of my bikes in the videos over the next week or so prior to going away. Yeah, I think probably Tuesday night, probably Monday night actually, because Tuesday night we got people over. Monday night I'll probably sit down and finalise the route that I'm going to take, as close as possible, depending on bushfires of course, but then I can lock in exactly where I'm going, etc. See what accommodation fits and what doesn't, and if I do need to change anything. So obviously with the bushfires the road closures change from day to day. Okay, Gill Motorcycles is just up here on the left, so I'll go around the back to the service department. They should be open by now, I think, or maybe not. I'm probably about 40 minutes early actually, but hopefully someone there is there reasonably early. So as I say, once again, please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate every view that I get. It's all good, all good. They're not open yet, and there's no sign of movement whatsoever.